We are working on adding a new type of package registry called generic, and it's basically generic. You can push any random file under some package with name and a version and then download it. And that's usually something that package will work on, but we started because we want to use it for release generation so that you can be able to generate your release assets, then push them somewhere if you don't have like where to push them right now, and then use the URLs in your when creating releases. It's still work in progress, and I'm trying to keep it pretty simple for now. So basically, that's a project that doesn't have any packages right now. We'll need to do a front-end merge request to add generic here on the top as separate tab. And the way you upload is you just make a put request to the API and with your token. It supports either private access tokens or job tokens so that you can do it from a job. Then you pass the file as a body of the request, and that's the endpoint where you have like the project ID is here. Then you have the package name, package version, which I kept simple for now, just the major minor patch from same version because it's easier to validate. And if we decide to have a latest endpoint later, it's easier to sort in the database. And that's the file name. It's similar to what other packages are doing right now. This will actually, the actual upload will be accelerated in Workhorse. So we need to have a small change to GitLab Workhorse to add a new route. So this is the branch. So yeah, I'm basically adding another route that when Workhorse sees a route like this, it hijacks the request, uploads the package to like local disk or object storage if it's supported, and then it's passing the data for that file to Rails so that all this happens faster and Rails is not overloaded dealing with uploads. And let's try to actually upload something. Oh. Okay, this now failed because I don't have the private token as an environment variable in this tab. So let's try the other one. And this one says it's created. If we go back here, yeah, that's my awesome package version 1.0.0. And here is the file, which you can download. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm now working on the upload, what I just showed. It's in review, and then we'll have one more merge request for downloading, because it doesn't make sense to just upload stuff if you can't fetch it, and that will be like the MVC we need for release generation. There'll probably need to be more work done to make it nicer, but that's the base of it. So that's for packages. Any questions so far?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask a little bit about the UI here that you have, like the My Awesome package v1. Like, is there plans for like integrating metadata relative to the package, like, you know, for like C++ specifically, like?
Oh yeah. So for C, we support the common package manager, and this is a generic UI we have for packages, and it just works. I haven't done any front-end work. It just works by adding the records to the database. But for all of these package types, we have a separate database tables to keep the metadata because it's different. And for example, for common, we have even maybe more than one table. And if I had a colon package and you click on colon, then you'll see all the additional stuff around this, and it's same for Maven and npm and NuGet and the Python one.
Cool.
Yeah, but this is like the basic. We have it like a kind of like skeleton for package registries, and if you don't have any metadata, it just works like in my case. And I don't think we'll have anything specific for generic packages, but yeah, who knows. But yeah, I think we support the command registry, like it's fully supported or almost fully supported.
So my question was, we have a section where we show releases, right?
Yeah.
Is this intended to integrate with that in some way, or is this intended to be just completely separate?
I think it will be separate, and in releases, when you create a release, you can grab you can use the download URL for this file, and then just use it as a asset link when you're creating the release. So they'll be separate, because some people may actually, for example, just when I started working on this, someone was asking on Slack that one of the Linux distros, I think it was Arch Linux, has a pretty simple package like system, and it's just a zip file, and you just need to be able to push it somewhere and download it. So then this generic packages can be used as a package registry for Arch Linux. So it's basically like a whatever. It's kind of like S3. You can push and pull stuff from it, and it has some versions, and that's it. So yeah, at least to answer your question, I don't think we'll integrate them now, but we'll just use the links from the package registry as a release asset links.
Okay, that makes sense. This is like a really cool building block, because I can see a lot of just sort of like with a generic thing like this, you can build on top of it and all sorts of.
Yeah, that's one of the in the issue in the Epic we have. That's one of the reasons we have it, because our use case is just one of them, and you can use it as a substitute for other registries that we don't support yet, or for something else. And it's offered, the same feature is being offered by the competition like JFrog and Nexus. They have like some sort of like just raw packages or generic packages. Kind of.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
And
so now, yeah.
I was gonna say no. I think one of the most requested features with releases is attaching binaries or things that are related to that release. And by having this, we can just create even though it's just a link that is going to point to this package registry, but at least it's going to be somewhere. And then in your release, you can just click and download, and it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes you just want a place on the internet where you can put a file. That's all you need.
Yeah, because if you're like not like very big organization and you're using GitLab, because everything's in there, and that's kind of a missing piece now. You need to set up like S3 bucket or any other storage to just put some binaries that you need later on.
Cool.
Okay, and yeah, so last time, any more questions on packages? Should we